Hey guys, I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit while I was starting the stream. I know I usually don't do like this. God damn it. Hey guys, and welcome back.
You listen to the wrong people.
Okay, it's just me, or that's a bit off. Maybe that's just me.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Hopefully nothing's off. Hang on, that's bugging me a bit.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I figure everything's fine, never mind. Some reason it's a bit lower than usual.
I don't believe this is gonna change. I'm in enough trouble.
Do you really think?
Maybe that's just my imagination.
So why won't they listen to me? Don't
I don't know, it doesn't look like my imagination, but maybe it is.
Let's wait and see what happens. Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Anyway, so
Enough trouble as it is.
let's go keep playing this game. Just bugging me a bit. I never saw that load before.
It's totally obvious.
Maybe it's just fine. Yeah, okay, just move on. Don't worry about it.
Go on like this forever.
Is there a problem? Is a problem. I can't do anything about it now. Let's continue the game.
These are bad times.
Let's go sleep in the bed. Oh, nope. Can I just sleep in this bed?
These are bad times.
What do you mean? You're right there.
Been there, done that.
Sleep until the next morning. And we go get the priest and everything. We get the pen ship.
And he works all day too. And it's gonna get even worse.
Wait, it's a bit loud here. Well,
Someone's
there you go.
gonna
That's a
keep
bit
the
better. Bit more. There we go.
Go away.
So I need to talk to the priest and
he
get a
works all
blessing.
day, too.
Just go to the priest and get a blessing. Hopefully I don't catch on fire. Please don't set me on fire.
But the light was a torment for Beth.
The ring of work, I guess more. Tell me what the ring, the certain tablets, I'm asking for your blessing.
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Thank you. Nice guy. Let's see, now I need to find the fire mage who usually lurks around here.
All over again.
Get his blessing and I should be fine.
This is gonna change.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Pretty good, there's the fire mage.
That's not what I heard.
And then we get, let's see,
And he
can I get
works
your
all day,
blessing?
too.
Let's see, you tell me
That's
about, can I, yep.
I've come to get your blessing.
That's good.
Everybody
That's
knows
good.
by now.
Then you will probably want to donate gold to the
Everybody
Holy
knows by
Church
now.
of Innos, won't you?
Actually, I wanted your blessing so I can sign on as an apprentice in the lower part of town.
But my
Really? How
son,
interesting.
without a modest donation to the church,
You'd better
it is
shut up.
impossible for me to bless you. How else can I be
Really?
certain
How
of your
interesting.
good intentions toward the Holy Church of
I don't
Innos?
believe that.
Okay, so tell me how much this
Mr. Pate
donation gonna run.
talks too much.
So, how much does a
Really, how
donation usually
interesting.
run to here?
Well, that
Everybody
depends
knows by
on
now.
what percentage you want to give, son.
Tell
Let me
this
see
man.
how much you brought.
Take
You
that
have
man.
more than 100 gold pieces. The Lord says, give if you have. The church accepts your generous
Something
donation.
costs too much.
I bless you in the name of Innos,
Everybody
for
knows by
he is
now.
light and righteousness.
I
Whatever.
haven't seen it with my own eyes.
Wait,
He simply talks too much.
Whatever.
keep anything
I
to
got
himself.
2 blessings now, that should be fine.
He simply talks too much.
Hopefully the carpenters be happy now.
Can't rely on that.
That's not what I heard.
I wouldn't be so sure.
No one really wants to.
So now we go back to the carpenter and talk to him.
And so he set
And hopefully
himself
get his
between
blessing.
his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute.
I actually don't know what's wrong with my voice today. It's going all over the place.
I'm
I
no
wish
better
to
off
stay
myself.
still, but it's not going to. Oh well, what are you going to do, right?
That doesn't
Hey, you!
How about you approve of my...
How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you his blessing?
Yes.
And did you also get the blessing of a priest of Innos?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Then you shall have my blessing as well. No matter what path you decide to take pride in doing a good job, my boy. I knew that would be a problem.
Okay, thank you for that. You kind of creepy, but
nobody will learn anything from me.
okay, do I need your approval? I'm looking for work. Show me your wares. Nope. Righty though.
I agree with you.
So do I
completely.
need your work? Can you help me get up the cottage?
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well.
Oh, man.
I don't know, but even if you told them that a ship could...
Yeah, we already been through all this. So who else do I need to get the approval of? Because he said there was 4 masters. I got approval of 2 masters. Now I need 2 more.
Hey,
What do you want?
Let's talk about that orc thing. I got an orc weapon you wanted. Can we start the approval? Can I sign as a pencil as a different master? Or...
when can I start as your apprentice?
Not before you've proven to me that you're good for something.
What? I already did that. Wait, what? I already did all that. Weird, but okay.
Wait a minute. Let's talk again about that orc thing.
What?
Thank you. That orc thing. York is good as dead.
Your orc is as good as dead.
Good. Then stop wasting your breath and let your deeds speak for themselves.
I've got the orc weapon you wanted.
Show me. It's been a while since I've had a weapon like this in my hands. I was a soldier back in the Orc War. Those were tough times, I can tell you. I didn't think you could do it. I'm impressed.
Oh, so I'm eating.
When can I start as your apprentice?
We can really use a man around here who can beat an orc. As far as I'm concerned, you can start here right away. As for the other masters, Thorben has given you his blessing. Bossbird tried to talk me out of it. He wants you as an apprentice for himself. He asked me to at least give him the opportunity to interest you in his profession. Take a look at it. You can always decide afterwards. Unless you don't want his vote, that is. As
Okay.
usual, Constantino doesn't care about anything. He said that as far as he's concerned, you can start wherever you like. And Matteo says he's never talked about this with you. You need the approval of at least 4 masters in order to be accepted as an apprentice in the lower part of town. So you should talk to all of them who still aren't convinced about you.
Okay, thank you for that. But the guy does not want anything to do with me.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
See? He does not want anything to do with me.
But he knew that all along.
And you don't want anything to do
Nothing
with me.
surprises me anymore.
So why won't they listen to me?
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
So I noticed.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well,
No,
I
no.
could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
I'll start you as your apprentice if you want to sign on with one of the masters. Why don't you just improve, give up on each job?
why did your apprentice give up his job?
All he said was that it had become too dangerous out there. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging out near Corrigan's Tavern. Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
Okay. If I want to sign with the other masters?
What if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Harrod and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well, too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
I want to say, well, get you approval to sign up with a different master?
Will I get your approval to sign up with a different master?
All right, you shall have my approval, but on one condition. Work for me, at least for a short time. That way, you can find out for yourself whether you like my craft or not. And who knows, maybe you'll end up liking it, and you'll stay with me. If you're good enough to sign on with me, you're also good enough for all others here.
Okay. So what do you want me to do for you?
What do you want me to do for you?
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me, let's say, 6 wolf skins. Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like. Or, you can start with one of the other masters, if that's what you really want.
Teach me how to skin an animal? I'll get you approval with... How about wolf skins? Hush.
About the wolfskins.
We had agreed on 6, but you've still got time. Go and get those skins.
But I don't have a... yeah.
Teach me how to skin animals.
Come back once you have more experience.
Thanks.
Show me your wares.
Let's see, weapon, yeah. Hey, what's this? Oh. How much is that actually worth? 30? Yeah, okay.
That's the first I've heard of it.
So I can't really do that
Nothing
yet.
you can do about it.
So let's talk to other people. How about
Hey,
you?
you!
Anything new?
I need some money, I'm looking for work. Okay.
That's all just gossip.
Show me yours.
It seems to be the question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here, but it'll cost you.
That doesn't surprise me.
What are you?
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
Seriously? You shocked? That's
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
In principle, it's my gold. Greta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
Where can I find?
Where can I find this Greta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
Okay. God damn, it's just a bunch of different quests on top of quests.
Myself. I wouldn't be so sure.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Greta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorben.
Mateo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband. Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Wealth, happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The festivities, all the beautiful clothes and hairdos, the fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to humiliate the heart of a poor widow with such ridiculous claims. Whatever shall I do? My pension is barely enough to make ends meet, and times are getting even rougher. One sees it everywhere. People must scrimp and save. It's been weeks since the last ship came to town. My husband was the captain of a merchant ship. Actually, he even owned the ship. From his long journeys, he always brought me presents. Exquisite fabrics from the mainland, precious spices from the southern countries. Most people haven't even heard of these things. But then, one day, I got the tidings that the Greta had sunk. That was the name of the ship. My husband called it that out of love for me. I wept and prayed that my husband had survived the disaster. Every day I hoped to hear from him, but all my longing was in vain. May Innes have mercy on his soul. May he rest in peace. Since that time, I have been living under these modest circumstances. And now this soulless, callous Mateo is after the last bit of my life savings. Please have mercy on a poor woman. Back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
What?
Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Sometimes we were even invited to hide the fine.
Okay, she's just peeing herself.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout. All right, here, take the gold.
See, that wasn't so hard.
And now will you please leave my house?
Sure thing.
You listen to the wrong people.
That wasn't too hard.
I don't believe this is gonna
Okay, got your gold.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she cause any problems?
None to speak of.
Good. You've held up your part of the deal.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
Okay, so sorry about that, guys. I'm got some delicious food here. What could I sign on as a one? Wait, where can I sign on as one as apprentice?
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bosper the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Corinus.
Okay.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance. So behave yourself.
Okay. Thank you for that. So I got the alchemist left.
Where did you pick that up then?
The trees and animals were also washed away, and a deep sadness overcame Adonis.
Okay, I'm looking to become an apprentice.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you going to sign up?
I want to sign up with you as an apprentice, one of the other masters.
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval?
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
Good. I want to sign up with other masters.
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have
Okay, good. So do I get the approval now? Can I be apprentice now?
Hey, you! When can I start as your apprentice?
We can really use a man around here who can beat an orc. As far as I'm concerned, you can start here right away. As for the other masters, Thorben has given you his blessing. Bosper tried to talk me out of it. He wants you as an apprentice for himself.
Yeah.
He asked me to at least give him the opportunity to interest you in his profession. Take a look at it. You can always decide afterwards. Unless you don't want his vote, that is. As usual, Constantino doesn't care about anything. He said that as far as he's concerned, you can start wherever you like. And Matteo says you brought him back his gold. Seems to me you're an honorable young man. That means you have the approval of 4 masters. That's enough to be accepted as an apprentice.
Yes,
Are
nice.
you ready to start your apprenticeship with me?
Yep.
I'm in.
Good. I'll teach you how to forge a decent
Nice.
sword. Besides that, it's time you got a bit stronger. You're wasting away before my very eyes.
Yes, okay. One of my tasks as apprentice. Do you sell weapons too? Can you teach me how to forge a... what's my again?
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
3 guesses.
Forge, and forge?
You aren't as dumb as you look. I pay per blade. If you don't work, there's no money. It's that simple. Furthermore, I'll teach you everything you need to know to make a plain sword. Making magic blades is only something for experienced smiths, and you're a long way from that. If you need a place to sleep, you can bunk down somewhere in my house. Everything clear so far?
Okay, just letting you guys know, I'm gonna go quiet. I'm gonna eat some food. I'm really hungry and this food looks delicious and getting cold. So, sorry, I'm gonna go quiet this, stream.
He doesn't see that. I can't help it. You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Teach me how to forge a decent sword.
Don't say you didn't know that. It's not what I heard. That's the first I've heard of it. He never would have thought of that himself. So why won't they listen to me?
You don't say.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
But he knew that all along. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Halt! Only the citizens of the town and the king's troops can get into the upper end of the town.
Really? How interesting.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I'm a respected citizen of Corinus. Let me pass.
Whatever prompted the masters of Corinus to let you sign on as an apprentice, I don't want to know about it. You may enter, but behave yourself. Otherwise, you'll have the worst trouble in your life.
You don't say.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Smart kid.
Been there, done that.
Ah, you again. So, you actually managed to get into the upper quarter. There are some things you must heed here. Otherwise, you will wind up outside as fast as you got in here. You're only allowed to enter the merchants' buildings. You can recognize them by the signs over the door.
Is it really true?
Just so there are no misunderstandings. The other buildings belong to important citizens. There is nothing there for you. The important citizens of this town live in this quarter. So treat them with respect. Do we understand each other?
Sure.
Would have never thought of that himself.
Where can I find Lord Hagen?
He's in the town hall, at the end of the upper quarter. But you will not be admitted there without a good reason.
That will never change.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I used to say that myself.
If he doesn't
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Yes, that they let someone like you in here. Such a thing hasn't happened in ages.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
You should really have known better.
That's not what I heard.
I couldn't get away with that.
I never knew that.
Been there, done that.
Halt! Only men who are in service to the king may enter the town hall.
And there's more, believe me.
It's a bad business.
Tell me that isn't true.
I need to speak to Lord Hagen.
Do you know how often I've heard that? You can't go in. If you try anyway, I'll have to kill you.
He listened to the wrong people.
I'm staying out of it.
Enos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
And there's more, believe me.
That's really not my problem.
How's business?
Not so great. Back when the barrier was still in place, times were better. The prisoners would scrape boxes and boxes of ore from the mines, and my ships then brought it to the mainland. On their way back, they brought food and other wares. But now we're cut off from the mainland, and I have to rely on the farmers for supplies.
I never knew that.
How do you make a living now?
Right now, I'm living off my savings. But if I can't get back into business, times are going to get rough for me.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I'm staying out of it.
Will it ever change?
You should really have known better.
What are you doing here?
Who are you then? Looks like you're new and have no idea what's going on around here. They call me Gabrant. That's Mr. Gabrant. Sir, to you. Got it?
Believe that?
Nobody wants to know.
It's a bad...
I get the point, Mr. Gabrant, sir.
At least it didn't take you too long to grasp how the wind blows around here. As soon as business starts picking up again, I can surely find a use for a great big guy like you. You'd make a really good depot master. Can you read?
I'm staying out of it.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Of course.
Fine.